like the hot. I like the contrast between our Fugies because it's hot, hot, and then cute, cute.
I'm just a little guy.
And then
Yeah, me too.
be in the corner.
I mean, I could have had a hot one, but
I need
I
a.
decided it was too complicated.
And then our glorious DM.
All hail
I need to draw
Tara.
myself as the chibi.
But okay, so go ahead, everyone. Roll me a d20.
Everyone? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I will do it once in this thing, but if I swear to God, if this is like that,
If it's a low roll,
I get a 1.
Oh, I mean, like d20s aren't really a thing in this one, but I know you have a. I know d20. Yeah, I know roll
middle
20
of
has
the
like
pack.
a.
It's a
I'll
middle of the
take
pack roll.
Yeah,
I'll
roll
take
20
it.
has a hatred for you for some reason.
It really just doesn't like me.
All right, but
We're not going to talk about the 3 nat 1s I got on the road that time.
oh, that was dreadful. The credits roll as the camera pans in on a taxi with Detective Lane and Dante driving back to the investigations office. Detective Lane, can you give us a recap in your beginning monologue?
No, this is me trying to remember what happened, so this is going to be from an old man's memory. Last time. Oh boy, what a roller coaster. Ended up in Rusty's bar. Had a bit of a scuffle, went some mooks. Could have not had that fight. Could have just scoped the place out with my investigations on the place, but oh well, what happens happens. Beat him up, found a basement downstairs from the bar. Turns out it was run by Honey Lips himself. Whatever he called himself, I don't quite remember. Fabio Honey Lip Santorini?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Mr. Lips.
We didn't quite we didn't see eye to eye as it were. He ended up leaving us with his shark bitch. She tried to kill us, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and put her down first. She's not dead, don't worry. For now. Went upstairs, dealt with some dirty cops, so I decided to be a bit of a dirty cop myself and slot them some money, make them think we're on their side. And we got away free. Well, the shark went off to the hospital, and we know our next location now. Something to do with the Falzonis. And they're having something at that manor or something. I think that's our next location. Sam City never changes. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Word never
It's
changes.
good. Word never changes. But yeah, it's good. So as the what happened last time finishes, the scene pans out and fades. Let me get the music going.
Side note, also the other players also went off into the other direction, escaping while we made a distraction.
That is true. That is true.
That is a thing that happened.
Yeah, me and Dante did in
Quinn
fact
limping
distract.
away after being shot.
Yeah. Sibrin just bandaging up Quinn.
Oh,
Don't worry, I shot the shark, so it's okay.
The scene.
It's not okay.
The scene fades out and fades back into the sound of church bells solemnly tolling in the background. A modest car caravan makes its way through the rain to the cemetery. The people of Miller Square stand struck by grief, clutching their umbrellas and supporting the widow as the priest utters ashes to ashes. From afar, the groundskeeper is watching, holding 3 black dogs who stares intently and silently. You you watch as he turns and vanishes into the curling mist. The scene cuts again, fading back out to the sound of car wheels on gravel on pavement, as we'll say, because you all left first, Sibern and Quinn return to the office. So currently you two are the ones here right now, so we'll have these all off on the side. And so what do you two do after coming back from the I guess you could say confrontation with Delia and Honeylip?
I suppose Sibrin will carry Quinn to the couch and like just be like trying to like patch him up and just like feeling so bad because their ex like fucked them up, and it's like I am so sorry. If there's any way I can make it up to you, you can just name it.
Oh, it's all right, darling. I've had worse. Then I just wince. Just.
I'm really
Had worse.
concerned
Oh.
you've had worse.
I've had worse. Oh.
I'm really concerned that you've had worse, and then like dabs antiseptic on the wound.
Ouchie.
We probably do have a first aid kit in
That's true. There's like an
the
old,
office. It's probably very
dusty-
shitty.
Yeah, it's like in the corner, dusty.
Just filled with painkillers and that's it. And
From
like
the-
bandages.
Yeah, just painkillers.
Yeah.
From, like-
The antiseptic is just straight alcohol.
Just,
Well, I don't drink alcohol. My character doesn't drink alcohol. So
just a
there'll
bottle
probably
of-
be plenty of alcohol.
Party.
bottle of Everclear. Sure, go ahead and let's see here. Roll me to change the game change the game to reduce the status. Go ahead and roll me a change the game.
Oops.
Oh my god, that's so small.
Can you make me
I
large?
dragged another Sibrin on. So must I roll change the game?
Yes, so
Change the game. That's now as small as twin of you.
Change the game
I
by
know, I
duplicating
accidentally
yourself.
dragged it on.
But yeah, change the game using what tags that you believe are available for this that could help you.
I
I
may
don't
use
even
my tag
know.
first aid.
I don't have a tag first aid. I feel like I'm reaching here. Be there for each other.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Office Space is also a good one because you can say that like you use the Office Space's kit.
I am
Yeah,
on
I
the
guess
office
you use
coach.
the supplies.
Am I doing
Oh.
change the game or am I just
You're
Bleeding
just,
out.
yeah, it's Sibrin that changes the game.
nice?
You're just a victim to my medical
I'm just-
malpractice.
I'm just lounging, wincing, but also biting my lip at the same time.
Looking incredibly hard while you're wincing, you know.
Always.
Reaching, but maybe like a warm place to hide.
No.
Okay. We just roll now.
Great success. A 10. Nice. So you get to reduce the status by 2. So what statuses do you currently have, Dante? Dante Quinn.
Great
Let's
question.
Axe wound.
Let me open my character sheet thing.
You have two things that say tracking, but they weren't given names, so I don't know.
Haha.
I know Axe Wound was one of them, and Delia attacked you a couple of times.
Yeah, I think the 4 I can't remember.
Yeah.
This is like
one of
you have
these
to name
is-
them.
You know, the higher one is probably when I got stabbed.
Yeah. The 4 is probably the damage you've taken. I'm not quite sure what the 2 is, because I too.
Isn't it drowning?
Oh
No, 'cause
yeah.
Oh, wait, you can't
Oh
drown.
no, you can't drown. Yeah,
No,
you
'cause
can't
I'm
drown.
Fish,
Yeah,
horse.
yeah, fish horse. So
I think what was that like the grapple or something like that?
oh,
or-
probably grapple. Also, we'll just say these two trackings and the juice is gone anyway. It's new. It's a new
Yeah.
scene. But the tracking 4 is the wounds that you've suffered during the fight, so you can take that down to 2. So
There we go.
you hiss as the alcohol is placed on as Sybren does their best to bandage your wounds. As you all are sitting there, you hear the sound of once again a car pulling up. Unsure of who it could be, you all peek out the window and breathe a sigh of relief as Dante and Lane step out of their respective car, out of the taxi that they have taken back here.
Cyprian has the status wet dog.
I can't talk for just a second, sorry.
It's all good.
With dog.
That's Cyprian's dried off. The car's wet, he's wet, the food's wet.
A puddle
Roll
you
for
say
obstacle
teleports.
puddle.
Puddle, you say teleports.
Okay, sorry, what's up?
You and Dante have just pulled up from the taxi. You have arrived after
Okay.
Sybren spent some time patching up Quinn.
Okay. Then I'll head to the front door and go in.
What was that?
Is this
Dante?
the fire escape that we're at now? Or is this like the roof of a neighboring building?
This is a window, so
Yeah, I can just climb in.
He's climbing. That does look like I just. That does look like I
you
just.
see me go to the door, and then when I see you climbing through the window, I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you just go up through the fire escape and climb in through the window. Just like I'm gonna do this.
You're gonna be a problem today.
Cyprian makes up the highest little shriek.
Just climbing up the fire escape, just humming the Spider-Man theme, just
Just shoving his lanky limbs through the window.
I think I just go straight over to this table and put my hand, like I slam my hands down and be like, okay, so we know where we're going next, right?
So, just a reminder, there was the invitation you found for the let me pull it up. For the Falzoni private charity gala at the Falzoni Villa, takes 2 weeks. Is 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
So,
Do we want
Probably
him?
not feasible.
We need to scout out the place. A lot of bad people will be going there, probably a lot of mobsters, a lot of criminals. We have to be better than them. We have to stop it. We can find out more about this honey substance that Mr. Lips was storing in his place.
The ambrosia, you mean?
Good, you were keeping notes. Yes, more about the ambrosia. We need to find out more about it and a way to potentially stop its distribution. I would say we should call the police, but well, we know that the police are under criminal payroll, so they're not exactly trustworthy.
We are the police.
No,
We are just simply not the police.
we are not the police,
But we could
but I mean, applying to become a police officer takes quite a while. I mean, I can give you some recommendations for like old people I know that. Oh, are you like insinuating something else?
forget about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm too old for this shit. Takes a big puff of smoke from a cigar. Yeah, I think. Do we want to scout out the place?
I guess we want to sneak into the bar, so we might need some disguises later.
I mean, I think the best option for us possibly would be there before it starts. see if we can sneak into the place before all of the big name people get there, and then just like kind of blend in, like as
we're
it
gonna
starts.
blend in our regular clothes.
A question for DM.
Fire away.
Are we forgetting a lead that a different place that we could go, or is this the main lead that we have?
This is the main lead that you all currently have.
We had something about the aquarium, but we kind of resolved that when I shot the shark lady.
Yeah,
I think.
there was
That's
a flyer for the aquarium as well. Now, whether or not you want to go there and investigate that is up to you all. It's still there, so there is an flyer for an aquarium, and
This is the big fish, I think.
go ahead and I would say different people that you could possibly like maybe you could probably what's the word I'm looking for? Lane, you would know that like you would not know, but like you would have like an understanding or assume that like while most, if not like while most of the police are probably under the under Honey's payroll, you're confident that it won't be all of the police, and so maybe if you go to precinct 23 you might be able to get some assistance. There's also Miller's Square. If
I go back to my old precinct, would I be able to get some assistance there because I know people there?
I would say it's a bit too out of their jurisdiction
Okay.
to come all the way down to 23. But yeah, so if you maybe you can go to precinct 23 and like convince some people that aren't on the payroll to help out, or like maybe change some people's minds. Not to mention there's Miller's Square, and there's you could probably get some assistance from the people there who want to get out from underneath the crime lord's thumbs. So those are two possible options that you all could probably hit up.
Okay.
So this is quite a big scary task. So I leave it in your capable hands, I suppose. What do we want to do first?
So many options.
That's a lot of options.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to maybe have some friends inside. I just worry that arriving early at the gala is just going to make us stand out even more because.
Well, I wasn't saying we should be seen
Yeah.
early. I was saying we would sneak in and then appear as everybody else is appearing, but we'd just be already inside. But that might be a bit more difficult than I think it might be. I don't know.
I still feel like breaking into a crime lord estate at any point is a bit tricky.
Well,
We can bribe like a god.
I'm sure I could find some kind of hidden path. And I think as I say that, my eyes kind of go a bit misty for a second, and then I blink and it goes away.
Are you?
I don't know if you
okay?
guys would be able to follow me. I'm fine. I just
Do you need
haven't
a
gone to
nap?
sleep in a while.
Well, we have 2 weeks before this, and Quinn has a gaping hole in them.
I've seen bigger.
Oh, jeez.
Have you been dramatically injured like this before?
Looks at you, no.
Looks at Quinn, just stares for a minute, just like, no, he's too innocent. It's all right.
No, actually, I
This
think you
whole
see.
like-
I think you see Lane just smirking at you under, like slightly, but he's playing it up because there's a kid right here.
Sybren just makes a circle with the one hand, and then his finger just goes.
There's just a knowing nod between three.
It's because Lane's in business mode, so he can't be making jokes.
This is quit in business.
This is quit in business mode.
Business.
But yeah, so
I'm a businessman. I'm not a cop.
yeah, so you all have like I would say 4 different leads you all can go on. You could scout the villa ahead of time if you want to risk that. You could check out what the aquarium is. You could ask Miller Square for help, and you could beseech what little loyalty and honor resides in Precinct 23.
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea. We infest the garden with locusts, and then we hack their phone line so that it directs to us, and then they're gonna phone for like a pest service, and then we're gonna steal a truck and dress up as pest guys, and that's how we sneak in to scope the place.
So you want to break and enter, steal a truck? Do I need to call the police?
I have good ideas, all right?
I'm fucking with you. I don't care about breaking those laws.
What was the name on the villa again? And is it a name that I recognize in some capacity?
Let me pull
Falzoni.
out. It is. Let me pull out. Yeah, it's the Falzoni Villa, and what would you? You
Do you
could.
have any criminal connections?
Yeah. Like, let's see here. Let me look at your actions real quick. Play your core moves. Change the game. Convince, danger, investigate. I guess. Roll me and investigate, and we'll. Roll me and investigate.
Speak with Spirit seems to be burned already, so we'll have to deal with. If I think I'm going to apply walls have ears to that one, because if it's related to what I think it is, then that would apply. And maybe would private investigator license apply? I don't know.
Maybe. I would say no. No, you would not know. You would not know to investigate these people beforehand. We're just trying to go off of like what you might
Makes
know.
sense. Okay, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and. Oh man, I already have 2 burn tags. Do I want to burn another tag?
I don't think so, to be honest. Not when we're not in danger. If you're scared of using a burn tag or burning a tag, I could always dip into Eldritch Knowledge.
Oh, you wanna assist?
I can assist. If it comes to
Okay.
knowing things I'm not meant to know, I can assist.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I would say no. Eldritch Knowledge would be a roll for you though, as opposed for an assist. Yeah. If you two want to roll and see what you two both can like together maybe find out.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's
So both
like
of us are doing investigate.
yeah. To like this is. I wish there was a roll for a history check, but yeah, no. This is something akin to that. So go ahead and roll me and investigate with the tags that you have allocated, and we'll see what you get.
I'll do Eldritch Knowledge, Inquisitive Mind. I think that's all I can do, really.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know if Glimpse into the Void will help, really. Not really, I don't think so. I think Glimpse into the Void is more for scaring people and or literally glimpsing into a void.
Are there weakness tags that you would like to apply?
That is a good question. Let me see y'all's character
Just reminding
sheets.
you.
I think knowledge comes with a price would be a good weakness tag for me.
Yeah, knowledge comes from a price.
I want to see how that's roleplayed.
Not really living, duties to the dead, like a sore thumb, temperamental. I don't really think there's any weakness tags that I can apply to you, Dante, in this.
I'll take knowledge comes with a price.
Knowledge comes with a price.
So I only have a power
Alright.
1 because of that. Unless I
also
want to
power
glimpse
one,
into
so
the
I guess
void.
we're
If
about
we-
even.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and make those
Let's
rolls.
go.
7.
11.
Nice.
Nice.
11.
So I get attention into my divination because I rolled with power attack. Sorry, rolled with a weakness, I should say.
Yep. You spend your clues 1 to 1. So you get 1 clue as you sort of beseech the powers that be, Detective Lane, and you may ask me 1 question, and I can give you a partial answer.
So we were asking questions about Falzonis, right?
And as for Callie, you will say you can ask me 1 question, and I give you a full and true answer. So you got a partial answer and a full answer.
Okay.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
This is the 80s. We haven't really gotten to that yet.
I'd say since Lane has the lower success, he gets to go first.
Okay, so our questions were directly to do with Falzonis, right?
That is
what was the line of questioning?
Yeah, that is the rule.
I was going to ask if the name Falzoni is familiar to me on like a deep level.
So this is Eldritch knowledge. I'm going to ask more power questions, I suppose.
That's fair. Yeah.
Is the head of the Falzoni estate having the powers of a mythos, and what are they? I should say what are they, but that's 2 questions. But I'll just ask the one.
Yeah, so the head of the estate. Okay, so let me check through something. So as you sort of ask that question, your like eyes like sort of like fade out a bit, and you see a like what looks to be like an elderly sort of like old like person sitting in a chair. You sort of like see like a shadowy figure of like an older silhouette hunched in a chair. And you don't see like any sort of like aura around them that you may suggest that of an individual, an individual powered by a mythos. But like as before your like eyes snap out, you sort of get a flash of like this hand hovering over them with strings attached to them.
Puppet. Does anything from my weakness come in here?
Yes, so you like that would so your weakness tag would give you a like sort of like you sort of hear that like eldritch sort of like thing in your head. So I go ahead and add a tracking or weakness tag, Whispers from the Beyond.
Okay.
Interesting.
So like a story tag? Oh no, it's just a weakness.
A story tag, and then
I'll add it as a weakness tag, I guess. In that, yeah.
And as for you, Callie, you said that you want to know if the Falzoni manor meant anything to you?
Well, I want to know, yeah, I want to know if it's familiar to me and generally, like, kind of what the general opinion of it is.
Okay. Having having been living in the city for a while and going through through your connections, you sort of like have a flashback of like, you know, talking to your sister and other people and reading the news, and you remember reading that the like owner, I guess like the husband of the duo of the 2 people that lived there died, and you remember reading the eulogy there, and then more and more stories of how the new matron of the manor, Alessandra Falzoni, had become more and more of a recluse, and that they have not been seen in ages. And for someone of their age, advanced age, people, you know, began to get worried, but like house calls were made, and she seemed gaunt and ghostly, but alive.
Interesting.
Okay. I think Lane looks kind of gauntly for a second. Takes a step back and goes and sits in his chair. Actually, no, I think he just goes and sits on the couch with everybody else.
Yeah,
Be a bit more lax.
no room on the couch for Sibrin.
Everyone on the couch.
Sibrin sits on the glass table.
Oh my god.
Sibrin could sit in Dante's lap, I guess.
It's like, okay, so whether he's like rubbing his face like with his hand and just like whoever the head of the Falzonis is, they aren't actually the head, they're some kind of puppet, I guess. I don't know, I didn't see much more than that.
Are you okay, detective?
Fine, I just need to get this done. I'm fine, don't worry about me. My powers are my own, you guys all have yours, I have mine. Mine just comes with a bit of a kick, I guess.
And as you're saying that, you're kind of just seeing Dante flip through this notebook that he pulled out of seemingly nowhere. And eventually he finds an entry that he likes and is like, okay, well, that'll do it. Ooh, that's oddly familiar. And I glare down at the journal entry. So, the patriarch of the Falzonis has recently passed away, and the woman who took up power in his absence is becoming antisocial at best. That's not a pretty sight.
I think the next step is gathering allies, I suppose.
Perhaps.
What?
Seems like a good course of action.
But first, some of us were injured last night, and I know you might have healed up, but I think everybody has a decision. Go to bed, everybody. Go to sleep, go home, go to sleep, and we'll come back in the morning.
And go sleep, go bed.
I need a hot shower because I smell like wet dog.
Room for another.
They're 19.
Brennan points suspiciously. Go home together.
I think we've all earned the rest.
All right. So you all.
I think
Go ahead.
when everybody leaves, I think Lane just like honestly can't even be bothered to move from the couch and just falls asleep on the couch.
Sibrin uncharacteristically puts like a blanket on him before leaving.
You all head back to your own respective abodes. If you all would like,
Sibrin gets yelled at his grandma.
I was going to say we can do a downtime montage before the next scene of trying to get enemies. You already have enemies. Trying to find allies.
We have plenty of enemies.
Yeah. So if you all want to,
What are you talking about? I'm enemyless. I've got all the allies.
I have no enemies kind of moment. So yeah, we can do a quick downtime montage between now and your next meeting. So you all can do some things to maybe help yourselves out or recovering tags and or getting clues and juice for the next couple of things or exploring your mythos. So what would you all just starting from left to right? We'll start with Lane, who's still in the office. What would you like to do?
Sorry, I did an ADHD moment where I blanked out for a second.
It's all good.
Did you say what did you say the options were again?
So downtime, you have give attention to one of your logoses, work the case to gain 3 clues, explore your mythos. You can give your mythos an attention or And then there's prepare for your next activity, which can give you 3 juice or
So I could
recover your burn
right. I
power
can
tags.
recover my burn tag. I could do that, and I could recover a pair of old revolvers. Or if I do attention into my mythos, I can give myself the final attention for the mythos, and I can get an extra thing.
What does that do when you get?
When you level up, I think you get an extra. You can choose to get an extra power tag, or you can do something else. I believe
There are enhancements that you can give to your powers. There is a list of 5 enhancements for each mythos tag for mythos power, and you get to choose one of the enhancements for what's the word I'm looking for? For example, Dante had leveled up their bastion from last session, and because of that, they chose the enhancement that made all their rolls, their bastion rolls, have the dynamite tag applied to them. So dynamite is whenever you roll 12 or more, you get it. You're 12 or more. You know how like 10 to 12 is like great success. 12 or more is dynamite, which makes it even like more powerful. So any success that Dante has, they get to apply a dynamite power to their rolls.
I think
So long as
I've
it's with Bastion. So long as with a.
I've been leaning
power.
into my divination, my Lost in Horror roll so much. I'm going to put the 3rd attention in there, so I'll level that up.
So describe to the group, or like not to the group, but like describe to the scene that you all describe Detective Lane's scene as you give attention to your.
I think as Lane finally goes to sleep, as he's been dipping into the power so much more, his dreams are filled with like horrible, horrible visions, and him falling deeper into the smoke of these visions, and his mind is grasped by another entity, which will push further power into him, using Lane as their conduit, I suppose, for pushing the eldritch power into the real world.
Nice. All right, here. Hold on. Let me send you the divination. You said this is the divination power tag?
Yes.
Let me send you the divination improvements that you get to pick from. Or you can give yourself a new power tag, but while everyone else does their downtime activity, you may examine this and decide.
Okay.
Here are the divination improvements. I've just DM'd them to you.
Okay.
All right, moving from left to right. Quinn, what would you be doing in your downtime?
Good question. Probably healing. Because let's not be limping about. How I do that?
By having tiers, the MC can allow you to reduce any or more of your statuses by 1 tier for each relevant tag you have. And by how many tiers? So I would say, what are your tags again? Let me look through, open your character. Queen Gray. Paid services, getaway driver, shapeshifting, powers of praise, and adhesive skin. I'd say you can use your paid services, meaning that you have like a decent amount of money on you, and your friends in high places to get yourself some medical attention at like one of the hospitals. So you can go ahead and get yourself stitched up and reduce your injuries down to just 1. So because you can't bring it down to 0, I feel, because you've been battered and beaten pretty badly. So you're always going to be a bit sore and a bit like I guess you could say a bit tender than the rest.
Axe.
Yeah, a bit. It was an axe and fucking shark claws or shark teeth.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be a bit more tender than the rest of the group. But you get yourself some medical attention. You go to the hospital and they're like, how'd this happen? And you're just like, oh, my line of work.
yeah. It happens.
And so
it looks like you were bitten by a bear trap. How did this happen? Don't worry about it.
Had a very involved customer.
Exactly, patient.
But yeah, so you get yourself looked at, and you bring you can bring your wounds reduced down to 1. So you can just put that down under flesh wounds.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Dante. How do you spend your downtime?
Okay, I'm gonna recover a burn tag. Not sure which one I should choose, but I feel like depending on where we go, we're gonna need stealth in the upcoming section. So I'll recover Sealing Shadow.
Sealing shadow. So describe like what would you do, like how does Dante, like, you return home to your sister, and how do you like sort of like spend the evening to like recover your powers and like just get back into a condition where you can have that power back again?
Uh, for the specific for Sealing Shadow, I think it's like the sitting in meditating for a while with some incense burning and smoke slowly filling the room and breathing some of that in, the sort of aromatic scent of incense.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, just taking a shower a couple of times.
We get a nice shower scene with Dante.
Oh, of course.
The hot water running over them as their more androgynous body is covered up by steam.
It's just incense burning in the bathroom to add to the smoky atmosphere.
Exactly. The smoke and the incense conveniently covering up certain places.
Certain parts of his body.
And last but not least, Sibern, how do you spend your downtime?
I spent the whole time thinking. I haven't come to a decision.
You come
I
home.
guess, like,
you come home to your grand, sopping wet. You get yelled at.
Wet dog.
Right, get yelled at. Sort of like
Like, where you been? Like, have you eaten? Why are you dragging water all over the carpets?
Did you kind of beat up? It's like
Did you get in trouble?
That's just boys being boys, Grandma. That's just when you're part of the wolves, you gotta be tough.
She hits you with a wooden spoon. He's like, being tough does not mean getting yourself killed. Now go dry off while I go make you some food.
Yes, the was like, all right, I promise, I won't do dangerous stuff. Fingers crossed behind his back.
Obviously lying.
Okay, I've selected my thing.
Oh, nice. You can DM that to me whenever you get the chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sibern,
I'll do it now.
which downtime activity would you like to do?
I guess I can get another attention from my wolf side, then it's like a level up.
Explore your mythos. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So
So
that would be your adaptation. So how would you explore your mythos? Up in your room, telling your nan it's not a phase. How do you explore this wolfish side of you as I find you the increases?
watch Twilight. It didn't exist yet. I'm kidding. I suppose it's like the clouds clear and there's like a full moon and he's on the apartment balcony just like connecting with his wolf side. It's like it's like sort of like a mental conversation with the wolf where it's like I'm not your enemy. We're two halves of the same whole.
Adorable. Yeah. Would you like to get a theme improvement, or would you like to get a new power tag?
I guess a new power tag. I just don't know what.
Here's some theme improvements.
Okay. These semis.
So you can look through those, or maybe think of a new power tag between now and later. But you have given your wolf side some attention. You've given everyone. Some people's given their attention to their things. Other people have recovered from their wounds. The next morning rolls by as the sun peeks over the city. The light shining through the mist as Lane, once again, the first to the office because you never left. You wake up on your couch. Your eyes sort of like black for a moment as the inky darkness recedes from your dreams, as you can hear those telltale whispers that your dad always talked about, now a little bit louder than before.
I can understand why you used to drink so much, but I must stay strong as I grab another cigar. I will stay strong.
We all have our vices.
Weak against addiction takes a big puff of cigar.
I think the room temperature is a little hotter than he's used to, and he's like, "Why is it so damn hot in here?" Whatever. I'll go to the desk. Actually, no. I'm gonna quickly nip into my apartment, take a shower, and then I'll go to the desk. I think the shower, like, no matter how hot the shower is, for some reason he just finds it really cold. And then he will set up and wait patiently for everybody else to turn up.
Choose one of your many white button-up shirts to put on. As the group.
I think he loses the jacket because he's feeling kind of, for some reason, just very hot.
Loosen the tie, that kind of thing.
Oh.
Yo.
I think he rolls up the sleeves and then just kind of like smokes more.
So, is there anything anyone wants to do in the morning on the drive to work, or we can just say like everyone just sort of arrives at the same time-ish?
Nothing outside the usual.
Yeah, I think it's the usual.
The usual. Grab coffee or a drink. Stop by one of the it's not Combini. What do they call it in New York? Bodegas. I want to stop by a bodega, get some food.
And you see one of the cats doing the paw thing.
Yeah, exactly. As you all arrive, not exactly at the same time, but like more or less, the three of you enter through the doors, finding Lane once conspicuously missing their jacket and their sleeves rolled up, but the office.
Also, everybody would probably find it slightly hotter than it used to be in here.
Someone turn up the AC.
Yeah, it's been so damn hot all day. I think the building's probably having some faults.
I mean,
You're just hotboxing, but with cigars.
He's just been hotboxing this whole place.
Severin goes to like open a window to try and.
They're already like
fresh
open.
air. They're already open. Okay.
Yeah.
He goes to open it and he's like, "Well, shit, it's already open." So Severin puts like a plate of cookies covered in cling wrap on the
Severin
table.
gets closer to Lane, you realize the heat is like kind of coming out of him.
Oh my god, you are so hard.
Keep it in your pants, kid.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, on any other day, Daddy, but I mean, you're appreciating the power of the sun.
Jesus Christ.
Good lord.
I have donated your jokes today. I think we need to get this case done.
It's... Dante, come over here. Tell him he's like a living fucking furnace. Like he's like the core of the earth.
I can feel it from over here, and I do not want to approach that. It's quite enough from this distance.
Sibin takes the cookies away and he's like, "You're gonna burn these to a crisp," and puts them on the coffee table.
I'm trying
Are
to watch
you
my health
like
anyways.
running?
And
Are you
I
trying to-
take
are you
another puff of
running?
cigarette.
Are you running like some otherworldly fever?
I mean, it's a bit hot, but other than that, I don't think so. I think there's probably a bit of wispy smoke coming out of him, but he's like doesn't seem to notice it.
Quinn, oh, not Quinn, Dante. If we
Yeah, I can
throw
see
him in a
it
boss
too.
right now, do you think it'll go like? Sibin can't help
Yeah.
himself. It like goes over and like touches like the exposed skin to see how hot it is.
I'll let Tora decide that.
Warm to the touch. I say because this is a new improvement that you haven't really mastered yet. You sort of like touch their skin, and they're like, it doesn't like hurt or anything, but it's like putting your hands on like a hot cup of coffee, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you hold like one of those if you hold like one of those coffee cups, but without the little cardboard liner around
the
them.
handle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Sibin like holds for a bit and then like lets go and looks like just a little uncomfortable. It's like, like there's a fever and then there's you.
Do some things about perspective.
Even if I'm running in a fever, it doesn't matter. Crime doesn't wait for me to get better.
Do we have a fridge?
Doesn't look like it.
A mini fridge? A mini fridge? Is this a mini fridge?
That's a cabinet.
It's a.
Yeah, that's a pilot cabinet.
Where do we keep our snacks?
This is an office.
I would say I would say there probably would, like, knowing the group, there would be a mini fridge.
We can afford a mini fridge. No wonder the lights are bad.
The mini fridge were invented in the 1920s.
You'd sell the electricity bill on those things. Damn.
Yeah.
Just hot soda cans just hanging out.
No wonder we can't afford anything else.
Alright. You can be as stubborn as you want. But,
I was thinking about swinging by to Precinct 23 today and seeing if there's no less corrupted cops there than I would hope. If anybody wants to come with me.
I was
Right,
thinking you could go up to the villa, scope out the place.
Can I say that I've preemptively asked my grandma about this family and if she knows anyone that's sort of like a black sheep?
Black sheep? Yeah,
Can I do
sure.
that?
Go ahead and roll me a. What would this be?
I think that would also be investigation.
Core moves. Give a little. Change the game. Face danger. Yeah, I guess this would be an investigate. So you can flashback to talking to you can use a flashback to talk to your nan and
Right. Like where I was like, what's it? I don't know what the word is in English. The tension,
Mhm.
where I had to help my grand make cookies for being out so late. So I had to make cookies quick this morning, and then I asked her about it. So it's
Yeah,
an
sure.
investigate.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigate with with the tags that you believe will fit. I guess that would be grandma's gossip.
I don't think anything else can fit.
Well, I'd say you can use a warm place
I feel like-
because that's where she's at it.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Yeah, the rest is a reach.
Fuck it. Now, holy shit, that's a dynamite success. God, why are you all so good at this? Roll worse.
I'm powered by grandma's love. Okay?
I rolled a 7 earlier. What do you want from me?
Roll worse. Okay, let's see here.
Roll worser.
Yeah, let me see
I
what. Let me
rolled
see.
pretty bad last session. I don't know what you other people had.
Let me find. Let me open up the because for some reason dynamite is not in the notes of the of this investigation, so I have to open it up on the book. So let me open up the book real quick and tell you what dynamite can be used for investigation. What dynamite themes can be allowed? Investigate, page 192. Oh, there it is. If you remove his dynamite, your investigation reveals a key detail. Reveal the most valuable detail in the scene that your investigation could reveal. Okay, so ask me your question, and I'll reveal to you that plus more. That and a little bit extra.
My question was, I asked my grandmammy if there was anyone in the family that was sort of like an outcast or a black sheep, that like, you know, that she knew about.
She's like cooking. She's like, the Falzoni family. They've always been up to no good. Spending their money, like, you know, they've got their hands in many pies, I've hear. And recently they have a pie, and recently they have like a new benefactor. That's what according to some of the gossip I hear. You know, more people providing donations to their, she does air quotes, charity, their charity balls. But unfortunately, I believe the matron and the matron and the former patriarch didn't have any children.
Oh, that's weird. Like, usually these crime families have like a bunch of kids.
They usually do, but for some, like, I guess you could say the old. Let me find her name. Old Alessandra Falzoni is getting long in the years, and despite all that, she's still kicking, even after her husband died.
Right, it's like I guess they're just a really tight knit family. I thought maybe like one of them would be like a good guy, or they have different morals. I've been hearing a lot of gossip on the street about them as well.
Possibly, but unfortunately, you know, life isn't like those movies, dear.
Yeah, I guess, Grandma. It's just it would have been so cool.
Well, maybe you can turn that coolness into one of your paintings. Now, give me the butter.
Okay, that's the butter. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta do that college project.
So yeah.
I guess that is all.
Yep, that's what you got from that. Sorry, but that was the question you asked.
Sequence.
So Cyprian like crosses on. It's like I was asking my grandma what she like knew about the family, besides for their like tax write-off parties. They're like I was hoping that they would have like a kid or a cousin or like a second uncle twice removed that was like still part of the family but not as cool, that we could like bribe and be like, oh hey, join us and help us, let us sneak into the party so you can get revenge. But it seems like they don't really have that.
My first question would be, why does your grandmother know so much about the criminal underworld?
My grandma knows everyone.
That lady's been around for a long
I'm sure.
time.
Right,
Must be
even
Brady knows the guy.
ancient furnace of the sun here knows my grandma.
I guess.
Look, if you want to call me hot, just call me that, okay? I don't need to.
Do you really want me to call you Hot Daddy? Are you just you're done?
You're killing Mecca. You're killing Mecca by calling me that. I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
I love the cringe. I'm sorry.
I can handle every word, but daddy is my line.
I'll stop bullying you.
Also
Quinn's
bullying you, blatantly
Quinn's just-
lying.
While all of this is going on, Quinn's just on the couch, just slowly making their way through all of the cookies.
Mhm.
Just watching the drama, just like.
Anyways, I was gonna say something. Now I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, can't we go to the hospital and question the shark that we put in the hospital?
We could.
We could like dress like nuns and give her like a weird hallucination and make her like
What? Or we could just dress like regular mooks that we've been seeing roam around town with this ambrosia stuff and just pretend to be one of them.
Quinn's like,
I still prefer the nun.
Quinn's just like, I have a few nun outfits.
Okay,
Right,
got this.
just like
We'll do
nuns,
two.
and then
We'll
we
do two
surround
teams.
your bed.
Depending on how we want to do it. You guys go scout out the Falzoni place. I'll go to Precinct 23 and see if I can round up some people.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put a pin in the nun idea.
Oh my god.
I say we start at the hospital and then split off from there.
So we're actually going to the hospital. Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right,
you
nuns.
want to nuns. So you want to start by stopping by the hospital and questioning Delia.
That was the name, Delia. I was just calling her shark bitch.
Shark bitch.
You know, respectfully.
Rude after you shot her in the chest.
I mean, she was trying to kill us. What do you want from me? I protected our lives. To stop her, we had to do some things we weren't proud of. That's just how it is.
She
You think
was already like pretty depowered after we left her water cube.
Even still, you want me to go easy on somebody who was trying to kill us? If we had just like knocked her out, she would have probably woken up and ripped our guts out.
Okay, last minute thought. Do we really want to be in a confined space with her? I know, like, she's injured.
Yeah, I
She
don't.
waterboards us again.
Exactly. I think maybe we should just leave Delia alone and just. You guys go scout Falzoni. I'll go to Precinct 23, and I think that should be the plan.
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right.
I guess. Looks at Quinn and is like, I guess no nuns.
No nuns.
That came so out of left field. I was not ready to
Zero.
hear.
We don't have Amazon. We can't just buy non-house
Like,
things.
Just want to go to a fucking Spirit Halloween or.
Hey, you don't know
No.
what Quinn has in that trunk.
Stubborn's highest ideas are every movie I've ever watched, okay?
Such a like so out of left field. Just like maybe we should talk.
where did nuns come from?
Maybe we should talk to Delia. We should dress up as nuns. I'm like, what? I was like, my brain had to reboot for a second.
Quinn just slowly puts the nun outfit back in the bag. Like,
I've been looking for an
aw.
excuse to use it every single turn.
Stubborn just wanted to create a fever dream and traumatize someone.
Quinn was just like, I bought this outfit. What am I going to use it for God's sakes?
Oh, you know what I'm gonna use it for.
Okay. So we'll start with is it just Lane going to precinct 23? Okay, so we'll start with Lane as he is the easier one to deal with.
Fair enough.
Goes in, accidentally causes a heat wave.
Giant
Quickest home for the
brawl.
day.
Oh, that too.
All right, so let me get some. Let me get a music going. Is there? Is this a good song?
I have to think of what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, don't just come up with fever dreams like me.
I'm not gonna go up with like mythos stuff because they're probably all unawoken. Only so most of them are. They're probably just normal people, probably.
All right. So you make your way to precinct 23. It's a rather I guess you could say like it's a normal affair. You've been to precincts before. This one is a bit smaller than the one you worked at, having been a rather successful detective. The precinct you were at was like a bit more in the heart of the city. This one's more on the outer skirts, I guess you'd call it. You walk in, you see one of the officers working desk duty that day greets you. He's like, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Oh, you cut out. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, testing.
Oh boy.
What did you miss? Oh.
You. I heard. Hello. How can I? And then.
Oh, sorry. He was just saying, "Hello, how can I help you?" One of the officer working desk duty today.
I'd like to speak to your commissioner if I could.
He sort of like blinks a bit. He's like, and who are you?
Oh, I pull out the private investigator license, not the detective badge. I'm a PI, but I used to be a cop. My name's Kit Lane.
All right, go ahead and roll me a convince.
Okay. I would like to use private investigator license from the crew theme.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
I would like to use appearance professional.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I could use old contacts here, but I might know this commissioner.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and add old contacts, and we'll see how good you get.
Okay, and you said convince?
Convince, yes. Convince roll, please.
9.
Mild success. All right.
I'm the one rolling the butt of the pack today.
He's like, well, he looks it over. He's like, I can't get you the commissioner, but I can get you my captain.
I mean, that works.
he'll press some buttons and he'll pick up a phone and you hear him like, yeah, there's a PI here to talk to you, former cop. He puts his hand over the receiver like, what do you want to discuss with the captain?
I prefer to be in private, but talk of Crime Lord.
His eyes he looks at you suspiciously, but then he'll say talk about suspicions and stuff like that.
Something that's preferred to be dealt with by the cops rather than just a PI.
Mm-hmm. He's like, all right, you can meet the captain in their office, he says, waving you back.
I tip my hats to him and start heading towards the captain's office.
Mm-hmm. Let me double check something.
Oh, wait.
Okay,
it didn't add to the wait. Oh yeah, it did add the tag. Why didn't it show up on the thing?
What tag?
Whatever. Yeah, I was like, why didn't it add the tag? But it did add the tag. At least it added the power.
Oh, okay.
I was like, on the thing, it didn't add the private investigator license, but it did actually add the tick, so it doesn't matter.
So sorry about the wait. I had to make sure I was getting the right individual out. So you enter in the office. It's a captain's office. You've been in them plenty of times. You see this older woman, seeming to be in her 50s. You see like these tired crow eyes as she turns to you and she extends her hand and gives you like a sort of firm handshake. He's like, the name's Captain Shihan. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Lane. I believe I've read about your
much-
files.
Oh, have you now? All
Your,
good, I hope.
Well, your, I guess you could say, leaving of the force was quite the talk of the town for a little bit.
Even if I left the Force, I can never really truly leave this life behind.
So,
No, to be serious, I don't know how deep this runs. I hope I can trust you at the very least. I would like to quickly glance around their room, making sure that this person isn't under the payroll.
yeah, sure. Go ahead. Roll me. What do you? Go ahead and roll me an investigate.
I'm looking for maybe any with my inquisitive eye. I would like to do inquisitive mind. Good sense of character, common sense, because I knew that was going to come into here. I knew that this precinct was kind of corrupt. I'm looking for any maybe old ledgers, numbers being too high. I'm trying to see if I can say certain things, reading their facial expressions. Yeah. So those 3 power attacks will be good. And investigate. Oh, finally.
Ooh, great success. All right, go ahead and ask me your question. I mean, I suppose your question was already asked. You want to see if there's anything involving her that might show that she is under the Falzoni's payroll. As you look about the office, you see some awards, a certificate from detective school, and other than that, so I would say no, it does not look like she herself is on the payroll. But seeing the amount of accolades she has, and you find it hard to believe that as much corruption as there is in Precinct 23, that it would go without her knowing.
I do get 3 questions, right? Or is it just 1?
So your clues 1-to-1 to ask. Oh yeah, I guess you get clues.
I'm gonna hold on to my other 2.
Yeah.
Actually, I was just gonna make sure that's a power. I'm just gonna make that 1 hour question a power 3, just so I'm 100% certain.
Yeah.
And then I'll just not have any more clues on this person, so I can just ask them. I think I'm making sure the door is shut behind us, and I'm just this is kind of difficult for me to say this. I do have the ledgers. I made sure to bring the ledger with me because I did take it from Honey Lips' office. I hate to say this, and I know you probably trust your force, but it seems that some of your cops working here are underneath the Falzoni's payroll. Working as dirty cops, corruption running deep. I understand it can be a tricky issue. I want to make sure you're a trustworthy person, and you seem to be it. There's going to be a gala in 2 weeks at the Falzoni's manor, and it's going to be a big meetup for a lot of criminal minds. And I was hoping to get some help, because there's going to be a lot of bad people there. They're planning on spreading this horrible drug called ambrosia that does some fucked up things to people. I've seen it personally. I want to know if I can trust you.
She says that's quite the accusation, Mr. Lane. She says
I have the ledgers right here.
You put them down in front of her. She opens it up and begins to look through. Sees a few numbers. You definitely see the ledgers of Miller Square, and then counts of the what's the word I'm looking for, paying off certain cops. And she's she looks over them and she sighs heavily, and she's well, I guess stuff like this can't be ignored, but I only see a few names here. They'll be forced to take a leave of absence as an investigation is taken underway. As for this talk about drugs and the Falzoni villa, she's strokes her chin. She's I'm going to need a bit more than your hunch to go off of. We're going to do this. We're going to need a warrant and everything, especially for a raid. If that's what you're suggesting.
if I'm able to get it in direct line with you, maybe over phone, if I can find something more solid in evidence, could you be on the other line? Ready?
Go ahead and roll me a convince. You can use or burn the ledger tag if you'd like.
I would like to, yes. I'll burn the ledger tag, yes.
All right, so you're going to take the ledger and give it to her, so you can go ahead and burn that story tag.
Okay, it's gone.
All right, so you go ahead and give that to her, and she's like sort of like takes this into hand, and as you do your best to convince her, she's like sighs and like scribbles down a number onto a piece of paper and hands it to you. It's like, this is my office's landline. If you can give me something, anything, to
I'd also like to bring it under your suspicion. This may also just be more words coming from me, but we believe, myself and my firm believes that a Fabio Honeylips, as his title, Santorini, is behind the murder of one. What was the guy's name? At the Miller Square.
Let me find his name real quick. Sam Saddle.
Sam Saddle. This is under suspicion, but currently one of his mooks. God, my name makes sense. It's terrible. D. What is her name? The shark lady. Delia. Delia is currently in the hospital. After he got her to try and kill us. So luckily we escaped. Luckily we got away. I just want to let you know that I trust you. I'm giving you all this information, but we're still going to work this case. Because we have to.
She nods and says, I understand that this is probably what you've been hired to do. She holds up the ledger and it's like, thank you for the ledger, and this most certainly will put this Honeylip and Delia on our radar. And we can do our best to keep an eye on Miller Square some more, but as for anything dealing with the Falzoni's villa, she says they are a respected family, having held many charity galas in the years. And
if I can get you more evidence, could you prepare a raid?
I'll do what I can.
I understand. You have to work under the law. That's why you're part of your job.
Mm-hmm.
And so do I.
She nods and says, but if you can give me a reason to execute a raid on Falzoni Villa, any sort of evidence of this drug being stashed there, or perhaps any other illicit activities that you might be able to give me with some substantial proof on the villa, I can do what I can to assist. As for the men's list, names in this list, she holds up the ledger. I can assure you they'll be put on a leave of absence while we thoroughly investigate this.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Captain. It was nice meeting you, and I put out a hand to shake the hand.
She shakes yours, and you can see in her tired eyes as she knows that this is going to be a long process that you've just put on her desk.
Yep. But it has to carry out. And I leave.
All right. As you open the door, the scene sort of morphs into the car door opening of Quinn's car as the trio step out. I guess you're kind of in an upstate upcity sort of gated community. You've arrived at the entrance to a gated community. As you all are sitting there on the side of the road, standing outside your car, as you look at it, and you see a handful of other townhouses and stuff like that, and sort of at the top of the hill, in the suburbs, you see what you can only assume is Falzoni Villa, a large manor, sort of standing off into the distance, as you are now faced with a challenge on how to get in.
I mean, the easy option is just hop the fence, but not sure that's the route we're gonna take.
I couldn't hear that. Sorry.
What couldn't you hear?
I couldn't hear. Dante talking.
Oh, the easy option would just be to hop the fence, but I'm not sure if that's the route we want to take.
Someone's like, I'll hop the fence. Yeah, that's what I do all the time.
Just like as I'm saying that, he's already actively hopping the fence.
All right.
I'm very halfway up the fence.
All right, hear me out. Hear me out. We dress up as nuns.
What is this nun bit?
I'm never gonna live that down.
Oh, brother.
You're never going to, no.
Brother.
And we're asking for
Okay,
donations.
what if we dress up as girls?
20-plus-year-old Girl Scouts. we're
It's Dante and this tiny little girl scout.
we're den mothers with no children.
I mean, I could use the friends in high places.
Possibly.
True, maybe you know the code
Maybe.
here.
Is there like a guy or?
There is a guard, a couple of guards at the gate that would open the gate for people.
Okay.
Okay.
I have one last
Hopping the
idea.
fence is
I have
definitely
one
not
last
a good idea.
idea to pitch.
Dress up as monks.
Wait a
What
second.
if I change into a wolf and then I dig us a hole?
Or I change into a horse and I jump over the gate.
The difference between scenes is incredible.
I am walking up to the guard, the little guardhouse. I'm assuming.
Yeah, like a little guardhouse with a like electronic gate.
Both Quinn and Sivert are just like going through loads of different ideas.
They're just, you two are just standing outside the door of the car with the door still open, discussing planes from heist movies that neither of you have seen.
Yeah.
Siver's watched a lot of movies.
Just have like a whole stack of
They're
VHS
all-
tapes.
I'm
They're
trying
all
to get
inspired
things
by-
done here.
I was gonna say Quentin Tarantino, but I don't know if he made movies in the 80s.
I'm going to
There may have been
Kind of.
one.
Pulp Fiction?
Return of the Jedi was from the 80s. If that gives you any idea of what kind of movies y'all would have seen. The Breakfast Club. Stuff like that. Indiana Jones.
Oh, Indiana Jones. There you go. That explains the Siver's thing.
I'm like,
That's why I have a
I
weapon
was
in
a
my
baby
car.
in the 80s, so I was just watching Ninja Turtles.
I'm like, kind of grabbing Quinn's arm a bit and trying to pull them away from the conversation towards the guardhouse because I'm like, you know, people, you're going to be helpful here.
I suppose I can see if I can use my connections. I sadly get away from the movie talk and walk up to the guardhouse.
You stop talking about nun costumes.
A couple of guards just sort of like they're sitting there as they see you walk up and it's like look you up and down a bit suspiciously. Can we help you?
Hello. I was wondering if we could get in tonight. I know the boss.
Go ahead and roll
Tonight,
me
it was
a
morning.
Go ahead and roll me a convince check.
I'm going to try to assist there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before you roll your
was-
convince, how do you assist Dante?
I'm going to take the little bit of. I'm going to loom, obviously, but I'm also going to take the little bit of ambrosia I have in my pocket out and say, "We know the boss."
Go ahead and roll me a change the game with
Okay.
a power tags that you have, that you want to add, and go ahead and add a -2 to the roll.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna. Fear of death would apply. Uh, I'm not sure if maybe connections would apply since we have established that my congregation does at least know of this place, if not actively involve themselves in it.
Yeah. And so you can add a +1
And
because of the ambrosia tag that you have.
okay,
So that'd be
and a
+3
+1.
-2.
Plus, yeah, okay. Now let's roll. That was change game.
Yep, change the game.
Okay.
Oh my god. Great Jesus Christ. And Dynamite, what is with you people today?
It's how it goes.
Oh wait, no. Wait, that was investigate. No, an 8 is a mild success. That's good. Okay, I don't know why. I for
Yeah.
a second there I was
All
like
right.
I saw the investigate button. Anywho.
What am I adding?
Traumatized. You're traumatized by
Traumatized.
dynamite. I could have taken the dynamite option if I really wanted to, but I was like, nah, there's enough dynamite going around. I don't need it.
Yeah, okay, so you give a +1 juice to Quinn's convince roll.
So I just add +1.
Yep, go ahead and add +1 to your roll and add the specific story tags as you to sort of double team once again the nice cop, sexy cop routine.
Yeah.
Or like a bad cop, sexy cop
Yeah.
routine.
So I'm gonna use powers of persuasion because I feel like that makes sense, and friends in high places. I don't think there's really anything else I can add that would.
Let me check through your thing real quick.
Don't really think fake smile would help.
It might.
Just
if you could
ominously smiling at them.
smiling, you're good at putting on a smile.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have a +1. You have your 2 tags.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any weaknesses. Go ahead and add customer confidentiality as one of your weaknesses because they're probably going to ask who, and you're like, oh, can't really talk about
true.
that.
And then I add the +1 and the plus bit, don't I?
Yeah, so you have you should have a -1 because of the weakness, and you add +1 because of the juice from Dante. So overall, you should be rolling with a +2 right now.
Okay, got you.
Convince.
Okay, and what am I? Okay, convinced.
Mild success.
Mild success.
You can go
I'll
ahead and
take
add an attention to your logos.
What one's that again?
That
Whichever.
the customer confidentiality one that has the weakness on
Okay.
it.
Got you.
Friends with benefits, so you can have an attention added to that. So you currently have 2 attention on that. So you
check those for later.
so you sort of like the two of you work together, sort of like lean into them and be like, we're here on business, both a intimidation and seduction kind of like role playing on as they talk to each other, and they're like trying to ask you like, which house are you visiting, and you're like, oh, I can't talk about that, kind of thing. They begin talking to each other, and they're like, so power 2 with the juice. Okay,
We're just there. Like, we are international businessmen.
We are businessmen doing business. We're here to see your boss, yes.
Business.
John Business, esteemed doer of job at place.
they like talk to each other, and because you got a mild success, they're going to protect their own agendas. Like, all right, we'll let you through, but one of us is going to guide you. Is going to come with you. They say as they begin to open the gate. It slides open as like one of them like they play rock paper scissors, and one of them's like and they have to get up and like motion you through.
Okay, I go ahead and slip the ambrosia back in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. So you guys slide into the gated community. You currently have a gate guard with you at the moment as you all walk in. So that's currently what's happening. But any other? So what do you want to do next as you all like sidle in? Currently, you have like this gate guard like keeping an eye on you as you have to figure out how to investigate with him, thinking that you're here to visit somebody.
Did Sabrin come in with us, or is he still just outside the gate?
I'm sure Sybren, after all their plans,
They're digging a hole somewhere.
They wouldn't expect you to walk, so they let you get back into the car, and they sort of like says like, "Who's this kid?" And they're like, "Oh, you're there with us." So they'll let Sybren in, but they're still with you, like sort of in the car with you as you begin like, not so much in the car with you. I think he's like on like a. Did mopeds exist?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so he's currently on like a little moped following behind you guys, keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, my mopeds came out in 1930, so yes.
Perfect. So yeah, he's on like a little scooter, keeping an eye on you guys as you all go in. Very cute for just some random like guard, just like ticking along.
Okay, so we're in now.
You're in, but you're being watched.
We're in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
The villa's still at the top of the hill. Do I see any other guards, like around, inside the community?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigate check.
Okay, cool. Let's see what I can apply to that.
So what did
Yeah,
you
I
tell
don't think I
them?
can
Are you
apply
like,
anything to that. I'll just go ahead and pop that.
did you tell them we were Mormons or something?
Mild success.
No, we're
right?
nuns.
So you get. So your question is, you want to see the? We're nuns. Your question is, you wanted to see if there was any other guards around, right?
Yeah, and if there are any other guards like around inside the community as opposed to outside the gates.
Inside the community, as you begin looking around, I would say you don't have any knowledge of the villa as you have not reached there yet. But currently inside the community, as you look around, you sort of notice that like there really isn't much other protection than the gate and the walls around the community. You don't see any people patrolling. You don't see anything like that. So as the community itself, there's the gate and the guards at the gate, and that's all you see.
Okay.
Alright, so who's team investigation and who's team distraction?
I could probably be distraction.
Okay, because
dress
I'm
up-
willing to
we could
start a
dress up
fight
as
with the guy on the
nuns,
moped. I was about to say, I'm willing to start a fight with the guy on the moped.
Yeah, I as soon as we're like out of like sight and hearing range of the gate itself, I'm gonna ask Quinn to like pull over to next to the driveway of one of the houses so that we don't seem like suspicious and suddenly stopping, but still like have ceased movement. And I'm gonna get out behind and blind the guy.
Oh, you're gonna blind the guy? Oh, yeah, okay. Go ahead and roll me. I guess this would be a go toe to toe.
Okay. I'm gonna do this one. What undead or undying apply here?
No, not really. With the blindness, trying to blind him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
It'd be the silence.
I'll
it'd
do-
be the shadow tags and.
Yeah. The two like the identity tags.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think fear of death would apply either.
No.
So it's just those two.
Yep. So go ahead and roll me. Yeah, this would be a go toe to toe. Ooh, great success.
Hey.
Nice. So you give them a blinded tier 2. As you you step out and they stop the little moped behind you and they look up at the house. It's like, he's like, oh man, Mr. Fuck, what's a fancy ass name that I can use off the top of my head?
Bartholomew.
Montgomery.
Bartholomew Montgomery.
But you can call me Boss.
Respected member of the community of Bartholomew Montgomery.
he's like, man, Mr. Bartholomew, I had no idea that he. And as he say that, you like throw out the shadows and they wrap around to his eyes. He's like, he pocket sanded. He's like, nah, fuck, and he like falls off. He's like, I can't see. What did you do? He's like licking his head back and forth. So he's currently blinded. So you currently have a window of opportunity.
You want me to knock him out?
I yell up toward the car, like, hey, Simran, help me get this guy in the trunk.
Simran kicks the car door open. Yeah.
Quen's just like, watch the door.
And he's like, oh, sorry.
And then just very, very nonchalantly just like pops open the trunk from like in the from the driver's seat.
Simran barrel rolls out the trunk.
Would the moped also fit in the trunk, or should I leave it somewhere else?
The moped would not fit in the trunk. No.
You should
I figured not, but like, good to ask.
I have a solution to this problem. You put the guy in the trunk, I drive the moped.
I'm not sure if I trust you with that.
I'll behave myself. Cross his finger behind his back.
I can see you crossing your fingers behind your back.
So what do you do, Sibern? The guy's currently blinded. He's like, flailing about. He's not like restrained or anything, so he still has access to his arms and legs, and he can hear you all. But he is blinded, so at a distinct disadvantage.
Stipper's go-to is gonna knock the guy out.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, no.
I can't wait for me to not have a team anymore.
Yeah, we obviously, you missed the obvious option of just me reversing over him.
Oh my god.
What happened to just a simple scouting mission?
Kill the guy.
Stipper is no.
The second that Detective Lane steps away from us, we cause absolute chaos.
It sounds about right.
When the moral compass disappears.
So, okay.
I feel like Stipper without Detective Lane is a bad choice.
Alright, Stipper.
I should have realized. This is why I should have brought somebody with me, so it would only be two of you.
So go ahead and roll me a hit with all you got, Sibern, with relevant power tags.
Putting a car.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm not gonna kill the guy, right?
Possibly.
I don't want to kill the guy.
If it happens, no witnesses.
Add weakness call of the hunt to your roll. By the way.
Where is Call of the Hunt?
While all of this is going on, there's just Quinn just in the driver's seat, just turns on the radio, and I want to dance with some bodies on.
Oh my god!
You could use the you could use the blunt end of the axe.
Quinn's just
okay, can I use the blunt end of the axe?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, and then, yeah, that's it. I don't want to use my wolf powers on the poor guy.
Yeah, go ahead and, so yeah, go ahead and roll a hit with all you got. Mild
Quinn
success.
and Dante in the front seat just, I want to dance with somebody.
you pull out your axe from underneath your hood, and with you hear he's freaking out on the ground a bit, yeah. And so before he could yell out too loudly, there's a quick thwack as you see his body hit the ground.
Like a stack of potatoes hitting the ground.
And he's like, as you put him in the trunk of the car, you see some blood spilling out from his ear and his nose. And you're like, that's fine, right?
I think he's
Stephen feels so bad. He's just like, oh.
And I just kind of nonchalantly lift him into the trunk as I'm humming along to it.
Careful, don't drop it on him. I think I've already done enough damage. Sibrin gets on the moped.
No.
You can add moped to your story tags.
Oh, wonderful.
Yay!
This is going great.
So
Well,
you currently
what level is
Okay.
moped?
it's just there's story tag in like on your far right underneath your character, just moped.
Moped.
Yes.
Moped.
Moped. So you you tug the moped along as the car drives up. I assume you get closer to the Falconi villa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
imagine this little moped with like this little guy in like a messed up hoodie and like spiked bracelets on his arms and stuff. And, like,
Doesn't draw
pointy.
attention. Doesn't draw attention at all.
No, not at all.
No,
So-
you're now our bodyguard.
You get closer to the villa. You can go ahead
Now
once you
you're
get
the card.
once you get closer. It's
Steal
a
the guard's clothes.
oh my goodness.
We're having a
This
great
is not
time.
a good disguise idea. Hey?
Crickets.
Anyways.
Okay, we'll leave that idea if it sounds terrible.
Anyway, so you guys get closer to the villa. It's a rather expansive building. As you like from the outside, you can't really define too much about it, but you can go ahead and roll me one of you can roll me an investigate check and ask your questions.
Okay, we're outside the villa and investigating it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't have speak with spirits. Someone else do it.
I'll do it because I've got eye for detail and I'm most probably gonna be trying to sketch the surroundings. I know it's 2 for 1 of those are separate.
Mm-hmm. No, you can do both, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Sibrin will use the moped, I guess, to get around the perimeter and see if there's like a weakness. I don't know if this house would have extra fencing or whatever, but you know that sort of stuff.
Yeah, no, I get you. Go ahead and you can add if you want to use your wolves as well. You can add your predator's eyes and stuff.
Oh, I feel like that's okay. Okay, I feel like it's overkill,
perhaps
but I'll
a bit
go for
overkill.
it.
Mm,
Okay, it's an investigate, I suppose.
investigate. Yep.
As Severin is like zooming around with their moped, I lean over to Quentin, like he's having way too much fun with that.
So you got a good success.
Sibrin's got like the biggest smile on their face.
So give me so
There's
give,
just, there's just an ambient ring.
so I'd say you can spend one of your clues, so your power of 3, to make a sketch, and then the other 2 you can ask your questions that you want to ask.
Okay, so yeah, one is the sketch of the perimeter, and then question 1, if there is fencing or like a maid's entrance.
There are side entrances that you can see, but yes, there is
Okay,
there is like extra fencing, like iron fencing around like their premises.
Okay, does the fencing?
Like those like little like those iron fences like with spikes at the top, like with a little chevron kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I can see it now. Yeah.
Okay, so does the fencing have any weak area? Like, let's say, I don't know, they're fancy and they have like a little stream going through their place, or like one part is slightly more on a hill than the other. Big ass tree too close.
Yeah, I would say there's like you can see like a blind spot near like the back, sort of like near like the southeast side of the entrance. You see some trees that you could probably like maybe get on top of, as well as like some like it has plenty of foliage that will probably cover your approach, should you
Amazing.
approach from that direction.
I know exactly how we're getting in. Second question. Is there a vulnerable entrance?
Hmm.
Like
Is there a vulnerable
maid's
entrance?
Yeah, like
There's a
maid's
front door.
Easy way.
entrance.
There's plenty. There's a handful of side entrances. And while so that you could probably like maybe get in, though I guess I would say like the most vulnerable entrance that you can think of, like looking around and having an idea of like where the villa would be held. You notice that like I guess you would say
puddles.
are there any puddles? I could say like you notice that from like you're driving around and getting like as close as you can, you notice that like what must be like the little banquet hall off to the side that they have has a glass sort of like ceiling to see the skies and stars above.
Oh fuck yeah!
Interesting. That's going to be a neat destination. when we
They're
get
they're
there.
like their party room, I guess you could say, where they would hold a party, has like a glass ceiling.
Neat.
Oh,
Very
pardon me.
interesting.
Okay, so I suppose Sibrin makes their way back after doing a around the perimeter.
Stained glass specifically.
Ooh, very fun.
It's not like
Alright.
the entire ceiling is glass, but there's like a specific portal there. You know what I mean? That has like a stained glass like effigy.
Oh, like a giant skylight.
Yeah, like a giant skylight is like on like what I would say would be on top of the party area.
Cool.
Alright. I made a sketch, shows the sketch. I was like, I know exactly how we're getting in. There's a tree that's got like an overhang going over the fence. If we get some rope, we can like Indiana Jones up in there, you know?
So it's
And there's
so
like
it's stained,
foliage that we can.
so it's stained glass, right? Stained glass usually depicts the story of the Bible. So nuns.
Oh my goodness
No.
gracious. You know what?
That's
You know what, actually?
Is there a chapel?
No, there's not a chapel. I would say this. I would say this with your eye for detail and being an artist yourself. I would say, Sibrin, you notice that the stained glass must be like a new-ish fixture. Like it seems to be like you can tell, like you can see like some sort of like signs of construction as like it was like just recently put in, and it depicts an individual, I guess you could say. It's very you know, like most stained glasses like depict like very angelic themes, but this seems very more what's the word I'm looking for? Chthonian.
Oh.
Chthonian, underworld kind of vibes.
Okay.
And yeah, very Chthonian in nature, very underworld kind of vibes, and a figure in like black with red eyes.
All right. So we're gonna Indiana Jones into the place with the trees, but they also have this fresh ass, crispy looking stained glass fixture. So I'm guessing the putty is weak as shit. So if we just take a couple of what's paint chipper thing called?
What?
Paint chipper
Orange
things. We can pop that thing right out there. Also, it looks like the dip.
It looks like a what?
I mean, they put a lot of black in that stained glass. I feel like that's a bad choice. Like you're just gonna fry or die under that thing.
A lot of deep reds and deep purples. Very
Right.
chthonic in its imagery, underworld themes.
Sibrin uses their art school knowledge. He's like, yeah, it's very chthonic, very underworld themes. And it's like, that's real cool. Looks really expensive. I'd love to break it.
Did the guard have keys on him?
You can check.
Okay, I'm gonna check the guard for keys and see if any of them seem. Is there a lock on the gate? I'm assuming.
So the gate is 1 second. Yeah, the gate is a brand new fancy electronic gate. So it is there's a little push button in the office that they use to open it. As for the guy, he has keys to the office. He has keys to a side entrance, and the keys to his car and the moped.
Okay, did he have a walkie-talkie?
I would say yeah, he would. And
Okay.
I think about now-ish, you'd be getting a hey man, you there? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that walkie-talkie and I'm gonna lean into it and try to mimic the guy's voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, man, everything's good. It turns out they were going up to Falzoni Villa, so we need that other gate opened."
You want to try and open the Falzoni's Villa's gate?
Yeah, try to convince the guy with his friend's voice that he should open the other guy's gate.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a convince check. As for the it's the main gate is electronic. The Falzoni's gate seems to be a typical lock.
It's a padlock?
Not so much. It's like a stronger padlock. Yeah.
Okay.
Locked shut.
Okay. So I'm not gonna ask him to open up the gate because I'm assuming that one of the keys is to that gate.
You can try.
Okay. So I'm gonna lean into the walkie-talkie and I'm gonna be like, yeah, everything's all good here. I'm a bit an airhead. I forgot which of the keys opens the main gate to the Falzoni estate.
There's a pause and it's we don't have gates. We don't have keys to the Falzoni's estate. They manage that themselves.
Oh. Then can you make a call to them to open it up?
It's yeah, no, I can try. Give me a moment.
Yeah, the party here just needs to get in.
Camera pans behind the camera, just an off stage thing. Detective Lane's getting a coffee. He's getting his makeup done.
Right, this is feeling. The more questions that Dante asks, the more suspicious we sound.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm this is meant to be a scouting mission.
So
we're just supposed to be scouting. We're not supposed to be going in there.
Yeah, you don't need to be going in.
So as that call is made, there's a moment as you can see the door to the Falzoni Manor opens as you currently are sitting there, and you watch as two individuals dressed in the very same sort of outfits and styles of the enforcers or fighters that you people that you fought before are stepping out.
Texting Detective Lane what they're doing.
They're paging Lane, but yeah, no, you the same vibe as the people you fought in the bar and the people that you fought in the alleyway. They have the same vibe and they seem to be on alert as they notice your car and they start walking towards you.
Oh,
we need to get the fuck out of here.
We need to get the hell out of here. I noticed them, and I'm pretty sure Quinn would also notice them, so I just hop in the car, I slam the trunk and hop in the car, and I'm like, we need to get the hell out of here.
I turn into a horse. No.
The 1 horsepower will get us moving.
It will happen one day. Just quickly, pull out your backpack filled with water and put it on the ground and hop through into a puddle.
my
Then appear
pocket
in-
bucket.
Appear in the puddle back in the office.
Exactly.
Just come out the toilet.
Ocean.
There's just always a bucket of water in the corner of the office.
Mhm.
So I can teleport.
Like you usually have a spare gas canister, but this is just water.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
You go into it. It's like, why is the water boiling?
I'm in the kettle.
So you all get into the car, Sibern on the moped as you all make a beeline for the gate. What do you do with the guard?
Oh no.
Take him with us.
Take it with you.
We could take him with us, but then we'd get questioned at the gate, and I don't think that goes well for us.
Just like run your car into the gate.
How dare you?
I mean,
You don't need that car, right?
Those types of gates break all the time.
The gate's probably made it's probably just like set gate. So like it's probably made out of plastic, right?
Yeah.
It's totally not made out of like heavy steel.
No.
Depending on what type of gate it is, like I had a friend who was in a gated community, and like with the type of gate that swings open, they break like
Yeah,
all
if it's
the
a
time.
swing gate, maybe. If it's one of the ones
But
that's
if
like
it's a sliding gate,
yeah, if it's
there's
sliding
no
gate.
way you're getting
Yeah.
through
Yeah,
that.
no, it's one of those on rails gates, like oh
Yeah, we're screwed.
Well, you've got yourself in. How are you gonna get yourself out now?
Okay.
Would it have been a possible amount of time for like Lane to have been done
Oh yeah.
with his stuff?
Yeah.
Like being able to
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
okay, they're still not back from the scouting mission. I'll head over. That thing.
Sibren's like, yeah, we're scouting the perimeter. That's the last message you get.
Mm.
and then moped.
Just the one word moped.
Yeah. Teach me the word moped.
Exclamation point in all caps.
Yeah, it's all caps.
It's not like
The
it's text.
exclamation mark.
Like a fax the word.
Just send it on the pager.
How many of the guards was it that came out?
Just two at the moment, but they seem
Just
to
two.
be like I said, the same guards that you all noticed. You all said you were driving away, so you're approaching the gate. Guard still in your trunk.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Still knocked out.
Still knocked out, as far as you know.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Let's.
I can make a distraction if you like. If the gate can be opened, I don't know if the gate's already open or not.
I feel like I could bring the guard back to consciousness, but I also don't think that would be a good idea.
No,
Unless
I
found a way to, like,
think we
wipe
should
his
just
memory.
risk it.
Sometimes risks need to be taken.
We could be like, oh yeah,
Okay.
like the other guard said that he dropped his keys in the grass and he couldn't find it.
No, he could have just said he went for a smoke.
Or
You want to hear another terrible idea?
that. None.
Oh, wait, I have an idea. Okay, I have an idea. So, as we're pulling up, I'm gonna walk up to the, other side of the guardhouse, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm gonna leave all the stuff the other guard had in the car, along with the guard.
Okay, so like his walkie-talkie and like the keys.
The walkie-talkie and the keys are both still in the car,
Okay.
and the guard is still in the trunk.
Okay. So you roll up, you approach to the gate. The other guy is like sort of there. He's like he turns to you and he's like looks out to try and see his partner.
We didn't go that far in, and when after our little meeting, he heard we were coming back, and he figured it was your job to handle us.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a convince.
Okay, cool. Let's get our way out of this. Let's. I'm not sure I have any power tags that apply. Maybe male identity.
Weirdly, Sibrin would be perfect for this.
Wait, is Severin in the car or on the moped?
Oh, I hope Zipper dropped the moped. Like,
Sibrin hit the moped in a bush, and then jumped in the car.
Well, that bush is looking really weirdly moped shaped.
Why is a wheel sticking out of it?
Why is that bush going?
Would Sealing Shadow apply?
I would say, yeah, you can add Ceiling Shadow. Go ahead though and add not quite living, not quite dead to your weakness tag.
Cool. Oh boy. And this is convince.
Yep.
Let's have good rolls.
Miss.
No.
He's like, yeah, sure. Go to the. I'll open it up for you. He says as he turns around and you watches as he reaches for his walkie-talkie.
I immediately reach out and grab his arms.
All right, go ahead and he's gonna try and knock you back. So he's gonna go ahead and roll me face danger.
Ooh, fun. Okay. I'm gonna. And as I'm reaching for him, vines are gonna grow from my arm and try to wrap around his.
Got you.
So I'm gonna add rapid growth and undead. And maybe fear of death, too. I haven't gotten to use that one much this session. Face danger?
Yep, face danger. Oh.
Ow.
Oh boy.
So he's going to take his baton and swing it at you as you try and pull react. There is a sudden thwack into your head as he hits you with the baton. You can go ahead and take concussion too.
Oh, fun. Can I put that again?
Okay.
As I'm reaching for him, I also whistle to signal the others in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, Sibrin's at the car at the whistle.
Whistle
dog
for
whistle.
my dog.
Rolling the window down, grabbing the little handle in the car, and just shooting himself feet first out.
You zip out like the little weirdo you are as you rush up and you see Dante just thwacked away as the guy's trying to call out to his buddy on the radio.
Where do I put
Yeah.
the person again? Is that a story tag or?
Yeah, there'd be tracking tag in the bottoms.
Oh, okay.
So what do you want to do, Sibrin?
Yeah, Sibrin's just gonna punch face.
Okay, just punch face.
Punch
All right,
face.
punch his face.
You're
Yeah,
gonna ball this guy.
This poor guy. He was let's hope I don't fuck it up. Let's go.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
What's happening, guys?
This
Come on.
this security guard is
the car.
It's just you
The
and
security guard is the final boss.
yeah, the security guard. He's the real mastermind. As you
make no choice.
as you sort of
He's not a supernatural being.
as you he's a sleeper. as you shift and take a swing, he you sort of hulk out and hit the desk as he scrambles away. He's like, oh fuck this, and you watch as he reaches over to a button underneath the
Wait,
go ahead.
can I drive the car
Are we
into
gonna add another roll to this?
I'd like to think I'm driving over the hill with a taxi, be like, oh yeah, thank you, this is exactly the place, and I'm just seeing this happening out the gate.
so-
I'm like, oh.
Can I drive into him?
Into him from from the office, or would you want to go into the do you want to go into the gate?
No. I want to drive into the van.
He's in a concrete sort of office building.
I thought
You'd also be driving with a coin of a Dante and
I thought it was just like you know how there's those little small guard posts. I didn't think it was a
like where it's just a chair.
Well, not just a chair, but just a box with just the guy.
like a thin box. And this is like a rich estate. They're gonna have a good.
All right, then I guess I get out of the car.
Catch up with your horsepowers.
Yeah, turn into a horse, like you've been saying.
Turn into a horse. Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so I turn into a horse after I get out of the car.
Beautiful. Majestic.
And I'll use my 1 horsepower. What else we got?
So you're trying to rush in to horsepower him, right?
Yeah, basically. I'm charging this man before he hits that button.
Yeah.
And I'll use my adhesive skin as well, so that if I do grab him, he's not getting away.
Oh my god. Oh no.
I hope we all fail.
Does that sound good to you?
You can certainly try.
Alright, what button am I pressing?
This would be a hit with all you got as well.
Alright.
Thank God.
Finally.
Okay.
Thank God.
Finally. So
Savior.
So
He has a literal horse run towards.
Yeah, he's about to press the panic button to call for to signal the police station. As you come rushing in, you change into a horse, and he turns, and you get once again the second time in this last week, he's like, "Is that a fucking horse?" And before his sentence finished, you you kick out, and you're able to give him a tier 3 concussion as that knocks him out.
Oh.
Maybe that'll make him have memory problems and he'll forget this ever happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He basically gets hit by a freight train.
That's 2 guards you've given substantial brain damage to.
Boy, oh boy, how fun.
I mean, to be fair, I gave the other 2 a chance.
1980s medical care too.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're gonna put both guards in the guardhouse concussed.
Yeah, that's what my idea was.
Yeah.
Maybe the Falzoni will just think he got into a fight.
Wait,
I spray paint the name of some stupid gang that Sibrin hates on the thing,
They like a calling card.
The DuckTales were here,
DuckTales were.
Oh what?
The DuckTales were here. You're very, very. I would say, unless you want to spend time making it look good, it's very sloppy.
I was gonna say, would Quinn have a bottle of alcohol or anything in the car?
What?
Okay.
So they put a bottle of alcohol in their hand, so it makes it look like they got drunk.
Okay, I thought we were gonna set it on fire. I'm sorry.
Yes. This guy got so drunk that he started bleeding from his nose and ears.
Hey, you don't know.
No, they started fist fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pour the bottle of tequila all over them.
And then if they say no, of course we didn't fire each other, boss. That was a horse, and they'll be like, oh yeah, they got super drunk.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have seen the horse though if they're regular
What would you like to
So they might not be regular
Quinn?
people.
Okay.
There was a wolf and a horse and a vine.
And this man grew vines out of his arm.
But yeah, I'll grab a bottle of whiskey that's in the trunk that's just sat there it's dusty because it's just been in there so long, and I just pour it over the both of them.
Okay.
and put it in one of their hands.
Oh my god.
I would also like to try something here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna try to, like... Okay, so Dante... You see Dante kneel down and place one palm on both of their foreheads, and then suddenly the whole room begins to blur as I'm going to attempt to erase their memories of our faces.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a change the game. I assume
Okay.
this is Veil Identity, Sealing Shadow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't think I can put Fear of Death on there, because that was my last one.
Yeah. That was their last roll.
Mm-hmm. Okay, change the game. Okay,
Alright, mild
that's
success.
good enough.
So you can
Good enough.
I'll say you can give them both a status of one of blurry of hazy memory. So I'll keep that in mind as you all press the gate button and finally make it out of there.
I'm so sorry, Detective Lane.
Hello, detective.
Oh boy, what a did not expect it to take that long.
We've had a great time.
So
Severin is hyped the fuck up, man.
All your pay.
in the interest of time, you all make your way back to the investigations You make it back to the investigations area. Lane, you're told of the escapades that had happened as Sybern gives you like this very animated explanation.
I think Lane was like
Narrates
pretty
like
proud
an
of
action
himself, what they
movie.
did, and then he hears all of that and he's like, oh, for fuck's sakes, I should have gone with them.
Oh, brother.
Or at least not leave Severin unsupervised.
Look at the two adults, I'm like, for fuck's sakes.
Never leave Dante and Sybren unsupervised.
And Quinn.
Oh, just
Quinn,
anyone,
all
just
three of them.
anyone, just anyone. None of them can ever be. They're all just like it's an echo chamber amongst themselves.
I think one of some of you here, Lane, muttered to himself, was like, I should have never fucking left the Force.
I'm so sorry. Where the reason you retired?
Naturally, probably.
I pat Lane on the back and I'm like, more exciting out here, isn't it, detective?
More exciting
So-
or faster way to lose hair.
So you have, in terms of story tags, you have a map of the area and knowledge of. You can say a Sybren, you can get rid of the moped, and you can say map of the villa. And and knowledge and stained glass skylight.
Entrance. Yeah.
Okay, stained glass.
If we grab a bucket of water and throw it up onto the roof.
Holy water.
And Mecca, you have like the potentiality to get the police on your side, or I said Lane. Lane, you have the
It's almost
potentiality
like-
to get the police on their side, so long as you can provide a decent sort of like pin on the Falzoni family, or like find a way to, or find a connection between Delia and Honeylip to the Falzoni, or like a solid connection between the criminals that are active and that you have proven to the Falzoni family.
I might have to go back to Rusty's place and see if I can find any more clues if they haven't already already removed all the evidence there. I bet they've already moved shop, probably. That's why I didn't mention it to the police.
Got
I don't know how to give all my cards.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
I'd say we have about like, I'd say 30 minutes left of game time. So you can either, the other two clues, I guess the other two avenues that you all have at your side is investigating the, you can come up with more, I'm sure, but like with your smart little brains. But the ones that most evident ones that you have are asking Miller Square for assistance, or the people of trying to go to Mill Square and see if you can find anyone there for assistance, clues, or anything that they might be able to provide to you, or investigating the aquarium.
I think we should go to the aquarium. We should leave the going to Mill Square last, as it involved a lot of talking to people, and Well, I think I need you guys to cool off a little bit before you talk to any more people, to be honest.
Fair. So yeah, we could go to the aquarium.
This time I'm coming with you.
To cool off right now is okay.
Did somebody say aquarium?
Ironic.
Water?
I just imagine a picture of like Detective Lane and like kid holsters on everyone else.
And of course, you'd like a leash on you.
That picture of Daniel Radcliffe, like with like 10 dogs smoking like a cigarette.
Okay.
I got you. I can find that picture best.
So, with the aquarium in mind, you all make your way there. You find as you pull up to the aquarium, you notice that the place has been neglected for years. A rusty gate, the crumbling graffiti-covered walls, and what looks to be briny tanks covered in algae. There's a strange dark feeling in the air and the sense of a festering threat, but that could just be your imagination.
Are the gates closed?
They're closed, but I would say that it wouldn't be
a roll to open them.
Yeah, like it wouldn't be too difficult for you to open them. It seems like
probably
people,
like rusted. You can just break it.
Rusted. There also seems to be plenty of places where people have jumped the fence and graffitied the walls. It's not too difficult to enter.
Fair enough. I just snapped the lock off and opened the gate up.
Oh, it's like a abandoned aquarium.
Yep, it is abandoned. I think, right?
Yes, it is.
That's what we've been told.
It is abandoned.
Are we gonna find like an abandoned shark in formaldehyde?
Well, this is probably Shark Bitch's home. I would like to think.
Delia's old stomping grounds.
Yeah, probably.
She's in the hospital, right?
Yeah,
Surely
unless she's recovered by now. She might have.
Which is possible.
Everybody keep on your toes. We don't know what could be in here. But if we find some kind of office, that would be ideal. Also, keep out of the water. Other than you, Quinn, you're fine. I think I'll start looking around for an office of some sort.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, roll me an investigate check.
I spoke at some of the moss and it like sprouts flowers.
I'm partially imagining like Lane just standing there like seriously like pondering something, and then like just in the background in one of the aquarium pools there's just a full ass horse just like swimming past.
I'm gonna do common sense because this is just an aquarium.
Yeah.
I think I'll just look for like normal signs, and I think I'll just roll with one power tag.
Right, is there like Chinese takeout boxes anywhere?
Where is the my question is, where is the office?
Where is the office? 1 second, I need to read something. So Sibern, as you approach there, you sort of like feel like this your wolf senses like causes you to have like a like you're like, you feel like the hairs on your arms and the back of your neck stand up as you approach closer to this area. And Lane, as you like are looking around, you'll like sort of see like signs like saying staff only, like beyond here.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go that way.
Stephen like does like a little growl, and he's like, "Yeah, something's weird that way."
I grab my gun and just like have it kind of in my hand. I pull it out. Like, okay.
So,
can I have some backup, please?
So before you get closer, like, so do you hear Sibern? Do you hear Sibern say that, and you still walk forward?
I still walk forwards, but I'm cautious.
Okay.
I have my gun pulled out. I'm like trying to be like ready for if anything jumps out at me, kind of thing.
If an axe flies from the ceiling. That'll be ridiculous.
Since the detective called for backup, Dante is just quietly tailing in.
Okay, so as you are like walking like past these two sort of like smaller tanks of water, I'm going to need you, and I guess the two others here. Where is Quinn in all this, by the way? By the by.
You need to drop your icon, Gwen.
Oh.
Put your tongue down.
They're in the water, aren't they?
That water, that's the dangerous water. Be in this water over here.
I'll just be next to Super.
Yeah, so this is like a big, so like these are two small tanks of water right here. And this is like a big sort of like overhead tank that people could like maybe come in and look into. And as like Detective Lane, you like sort of step by, you sort of like feel like this like foreboding in your chest, and you can hear like sort of like stubborn growling as you step, and there's like a small click, and you look down and you see your
The landmine.
not line man, but your like leg is like pressed against a tension wire. I would say you can make a moment to try and disarm this trap, but like if you move, it'll trigger it.
I'm gonna try and disarm it.
Okay. I'm gonna be like ready to pull you back very, very quickly.
Please. It seems I've triggered some kind of trap, but I'm gonna try my best to disarm it. I'm gonna use
I've stood in a bear trap.
always prepared. What am I rolling for this? Is it face danger, I assume?
Yes, this would be face danger.
Inquisitive mind, because I'm disarming something. And I don't think I would actually know. I mean, I might have disarmed things in the past, but I would like to hit Eldritch Knowledge.
Okay, sure.
If
but
I could.
with Eldritch Knowledge,
beyond.
I would say put on knowledge comes with a price.
I mean,
whispers.
I don't think that's kind of fair, because if I roll Eldritch Knowledge, then I always do knowledge comes with a price. Then that will never give me anything.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I think like in other situations, I'd say yes to a weakness tag there, but then the power tags becomes useless if I always do that tag.
You're not wrong. Okay, so, all right. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so face danger. Yeah.
Yep, face danger.
12.
Okay.
So you sort of like take out like a pair of pliers as you sort of like lean down and are able to like. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to say like something from beyond guides my hand as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a shadowy hand. Slash tendril.
Slash tendril. You still are able to like find the right part of the tension to cut it, and not trigger the traps. You sort of like look up and you see what looks to be detonation charges lining the two tanks.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I am not fucking drowning again.
As I hear the wire cut, as I hear like the wire cut and the springs release, I like grab Lane by the collar and pull him back very quickly and like put it behind me.
Tippin's just like really upset, like you never listen to me.
Yeah.
I was listening, I just wasn't aware that it was a wire. I thought it was a person.
Fair, but like you're ancient. If you're gonna hurt,
I'd be fine. I've recovered from worse.
from drowning from 2 tanks of like fuck metric ton of water.
I'd have you know that I got out of the water first last time.
So
You should be
I'm a
more
horse.
careful.
So as you like sort of like make your way into the sort of office, you find a what looks to be like more or less a like little hideout. You see like, you know, some like coffee cups, a rather unkempt sort of like little hideout places that Delia must have like stayed at.
Okay.
You can go ahead and roll me another investigate in this area and see if you can find any of those like clues that you are looking for.
Okay, since I rolled that, I can't use those anymore. I will burn common sense as I'm looking through things.
Yeah, so you're gonna burn tag.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and click that burn. So that is a 10 success. So I would say you can find, I guess you could say notes or like a image, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like shipping notes of like, like what looks to be like Delia and Honey Lips, so like how they would how would they move the ambrosia, and it all seems to be like coming from at least like it all goes to the Falzoni manor first and then it's shipped out from there.
Okay, I'm gonna
Well,
take
like a
these.
shipping manifest?
Yeah, a shipping manifest. Thank you.
I'm
That's
gonna
the word
take these
looking
because I
for.
think these are very good evidence for the police.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be exactly what we need. And I think I'm gonna like grab some extra paper and like wrap it around this so it's like secured.
Mm-hmm.
And put it in my coat pocket.
That also gives us another like objective. Like when we break into the mansion, we gotta find their storeroom where they keep
Yeah,
it
the stockpile.
shipped from there.
We need to destroy it.
Can't we keep like a little bit?
Yeah.
I think you get a glare from Lane.
So he puts his hands up. It's just like, okay.
And you do kind of see Dante's eyes like avoiding yours as you say that.
I just, I don't know. Could come in handy.
We already got powers, we don't need anything else. I don't want the safety of the people being dragged into this kind of world.
Suppose. What happens if we took it?
Oh no. I couldn't tell you. And if I could tell you, I'd pay the price for it.
Fair. Coffee cups.
Is there anything else in here? Other than the
Other than the shipping manifest and like maybe some orders from Honey Lip to Delia, no, not much else.
Ayo.
situation resolved.
Hey, that was pretty quick.
We didn't blow up the place.
I feel like if Delia wasn't in hospital, we'd have had to fight her here or something. I don't know.
Possibly.
Oh,
Who's to say?
don't worry.
Who's to say?
Maybe like an arena or something. I don't know.
Maybe. But with the knowledge in hand, as you all begin to step out, I guess we'll. I guess nowish is probably a good time to end, and we'll pick up next time where you all want to. I assume take on the just downtime pass and start with the Falzoni Villa.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
Understandable. Yeah.
as you all with knowledge in your pocket and like perhaps the idea of police assistance in your mind as you all step out, I guess we all cut to the group getting into the car as we all hear the group's own internal monologue as the credits roll. So we'll start with Quinn this time.
I'm trying to think. What would Quinn be thinking about?
I'm a horse.
Main bullet points. I'm a horse. None outfits, and yes, I'm healed now.
I'm so sorry.
Apart from that, though, probably like that was very close at the villa earlier today. that could have gone much, much worse. Luckily, I had my horse powers. Yeah, I don't know what else Quinn would be saying.
All right. So yeah, next up would be Detective Lane, I suppose. You're sitting in the car. What would your thoughts be on the drive back to the office?
Man, my day went great. Nothing wrong happened to me. No, seems at least I got my stuff under control. Note to self, though, don't leave the team alone again, because it just doesn't seem to go well for them. I don't know why, but ever since I woke up, I've just been feeling off. Even in that cold and wet, damp aquarium, I've been there before when it was closing down, but I remember it was cold, but today it was just hot and humid. I don't know. Something's wrong with me. I'm scared to find out what it is. Hopefully we can just get the stuff with Falzoni under wraps and I can go to sleep with a clear conscience for once.
The scene cuts over to Siburn, who's currently head out the window, tongue out. No.
Everyone was like, fuck yeah. It was the most amazing stakeout ever.
But yeah, no, what's going on through Siburn's mind on the drive back?
I suppose, despite all the bad ideas, the last bad idea that he was really thinking about was like, oh, what if like I had gotten onto the car and then changed into wolf form and then going rode through the gate.
Oh my goodness.
But in all seriousness, he's like thinking about the way they're gonna break in very, very intensely. Like thinking about the pulleys that he'll need and how they're possibly gonna get past the security guards a second time. And yeah, just the equipment and yeah, it's just a very, very focused on the plans ahead. Oh,
All right, and
worried about Detective Lane because he's like the power of the sun.
Look, if it's a cold, lonely night, you know who to turn to.
Oh god. And last but certainly not least, Quinn. No, not Quinn. Dante. My bad. Dante.
But again.
Quinn again.
Horse, but again.
They both have black
Horse
hair.
2 electric boogaloo.
And I got 2 miles per hour.
Dante is solemnly looking at the window as the sweet glowing ambrosia is rested above his beating heart, and all he can think of is the weird sense of familiarity when thinking about the old woman in that manor. Her strange condition where she seems to look gaunt and dead, and the one word echoing through her mind the most is chthonic.
Oh.
Yeah. And with that said, we'll the session ends for today. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what attentions we can provide to the group. Lane, I guess ex-cop would be I would say you gave the most attention today.
Sure.
Quinn, friends with benefits. Siburn. Hard to say actually. Struggling artist. You sketched out details and everything, and last but not least, Dante. Your subversion theme got the most attention today, so we'll go with that one. And yeah.
What am I doing? I don't know for a second.
It's just added attention to friends in high places. Or friends with benefits. Friends with benefits. Attention to friends with benefits. And yeah.
Look, the friends with benefits may be in high places.
That is true. As always, thank you to my lovely players for being here today with me. Make sure to follow those that stream on Twitch. They're tagged in the title. Follow Callie as well. Just because. No other reason. We'll get Callie and Atobe to stream yet by just having people follow them constantly.
Obligated to.
Maybe one day.